And now to expose the dark secrets behind wickedness, here's author, international speaker, and spiritual philosopher, Dr. Ramesh Richard.
Finally, evil, in exposing our humanness, tells us that we are not God. I'm sure sometimes you think of yourself as God and you want others to worship you, but you and I are not God. Because God seems so oblivious to the human situation. He's sitting in his heaven, drinking his own blend of coffee, and he doesn't seem to care about us. He seems impotent or immoral or ignorant or in some way distant from us. You see, if God were to solve the human problem, he'll have to become one of us to provide meaning in the middle of all this chaos so that we can face the mystery of evil. But that's where I have some news for you. Because evil not only unmasks who we are, evil unmasks who God is. May I point you to the Lord Jesus Christ, who not only claimed to be God, but went through the full range of human experience. He faced intellectual pain, and when his disciples asked him about why people suffered, he said it was not because of his or his parents' suffering, it was because of the glory of God. He faced moral options. He was tempted in every point and tested like we are, but he was sinless. He lived a sinless life. He faced and addressed emotional anguish. At the tomb of his beloved friend, he snorted and he cried because his friend had died before raising him from the dead. He faced and addressed physical pain. Many of you are aware that he was brutalized on the cross, that he died in the most brutal then known form of capital punishment, decapitation without protests, because he was facing physical pain. Because God became man to face human pain, Jesus was solving the credibility problem of God. You see, Jesus was not some kind of an abstract, generic God against whom you can levy those charges of irrelevance and ignorance and impotence. He came down to be one of us so he can experience human pain and thereby establish credibility. But he went beyond that. He not only experienced human pain for credibility, he gained the ultimate victory to give us the promise of a death-free, tear-free environment forever. How did he do that? He raised himself from the dead in the only verifiable self-resurrection in all history. Because he experienced pain, he has credibility with us. Because he raised himself from the dead to give us victory forever, we have confidence in him. Facing the mystery of evil, he was tempted in all points, went through everything that we do. He experienced great pain, so that you and I will never accuse God of being unconcerned or irrelevant. You see, evil unmasks who we are. It tells us we are humans. But evil unmasks who God is. It tells us that it's the Lord Jesus Christ. I'll be right back.